Welcome back to the channel. So I thought that today I would run the rule over some of the latest stories to come out in the media. Do they represent good business sense for the clubs? And is it a good move for the player? So the first one is Liverpool reportedly considering a move for Napoli striker Victor Osimhen. I say Napoli, but we all know that that is only a name because he spent the last season on loan at Galatasaray, and it was reported that he was close to a move to Saudi, only for that to blow up, of course. He doesn't want to go. He wants to stay in Europe. So is this a good fit for Liverpool? In terms of profile, I would say yes. He's physically imposing, he's quick, he scores all manner of goals. We all know that the dream target is Alexander Isak, but let's be honest, he would cost north of £100 million, and Newcastle aren't under any obligation to sell. They're in the Champions League. They've got more money than sense. So is that really going to happen? Would Liverpool have to look at alternatives? And is Victor Osimhen a credible alternative? Yes, yes, and yes. If they could get him in for around £60 million, €70 million, that sort of figure, I think it does make sense. And I think that it definitely upgrades Liverpool on what they have. And if they get Darwin Núñez out the door, it may even pay for itself. Anyway, on to the next one. Bayer Leverkusen reportedly in for Jarell Quansah from Liverpool. Now, this is an incredible one because £40 million is the suggested rating. That's coming out of The Athletic. And Jarell Quansah is 22 years old, and he was the great promise at Liverpool at the back. And there were some even suggesting, this was definitely wide of the mark, by the way, that he was the next Virgil van Dijk. This season, it seems painfully obvious that Arne Slot does not favour him at all. He famously took him off, I think it was the first game of the season, because he was having an absolute shocker. Now, I believe that there is a player in there, but I definitely don't think that there's 40 million quid's worth of player in there. So if Bayer Leverkusen are willing to give you a fee in that range, snap their hand off. What a deal. Take the money and run. Seems harsh, but yeah, he's definitely not worth that. Next up, we've got Paris Saint-Germain, who are reportedly willing to let Barcola leave this summer. And the teams that are mentioned as being interested are Liverpool and Bayern Munich. When I've watched Barcola, he seems to operate predominantly from the flanks. He comes on for Kvaratskhelia or Doué, and he does an okay job. He's clearly got a lot of skill to him. He can go past a man. But my biggest issue when it comes to Barcola is the fact that he can't finish his dinner. If you're Liverpool, you want clinical forwards. You've had Darwin Núñez for the past 2 years who can't finish open goal chances, and you're considering going in for this guy. Now, obviously, if you believe in the talent, go for it. But you have to be aware of that, surely. There's a reason that Doué and Kvaratskhelia are starting ahead of him. On to the next one. Manchester United reportedly in for, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, by the way. I already knew it. Ugo Ekitike. Yeah? Maybe. 22 years old, playing for Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, he was playing at Paris Saint-Germain. It didn't work out for him, but he's had a great season in Germany, and he definitely fits the profile of what Manchester United are looking for. And let's be honest, you could put a cone up front and he'd be more effective than Rasmus Højlund. So they really do need some reinforcements, and it's good to see them looking for this profile of player. A few people were suggesting that Cunha was going to play this role, and he's not that kind of player. They did need someone else. The fee that Frankfurt are reportedly after, £85 million. Wow. This guy is not worth it. And at that age, you might think, oh, well, you're paying for the promise, the future potential, but he's not worth it. Never in a million years. Go and ask Paris Saint-Germain if they regret selling him. Go and ask Paris Saint-Germain if he's worth even half that amount. Not a chance. United, I know that you need a lot of players. I know that you need a rebuild, but spending 85 million on this guy, no, this is not the play. Those are just a few stories doing the rounds. I hope that you did enjoy this video. What do you think about these moves? Maybe I've got it all wrong. Maybe these are some awful takes, but I have watched these players play, and sometimes you have to be a little bit brutal. Sometimes players just aren't worth those fees, even in an inflated market, and even if you're paying the Manchester United tax, i.e. overpaying for everyone. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Take care.